Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading that has like heavy Elvis Presley vibes. I don't think it's necessarily just one song, although obviously, if you probably figured it out already, the title is based on Elvis lyrics. That song I think is definitely important, but there's also just like, for some of you, it's less so about the lyrics and more so that you're dealing with somebody that has that Elvis energy, that je ne sais quoi, the like star quality. They walk into a room and people notice them. There's a confidence or some kind of mystery that they bring and kind of fascinates people, right? But we also have a few cards from the Kipper. We have distant horizons in the reverse, bad health in the reverse, and then journey. So I kind of feel like what's going on here is you are approaching a pretty significant moment in your life. I don't know how you guys work in terms of memories, but when there are particularly important like moments, I tend to have kind of like a photographic memory. So I feel like that's the symbol here for you, that you're going to have something of a milestone or a particularly like serendipitous moment that helps kind of pivot your life or move it in the direction that you want it to. This feels to me a little bit like ascension or finding a partner in crime. So I feel like there is a love situation here that rapidly takes off or comes back together. Like there's a right place, right time kind of sensation um, that really helps make it feel like a good situation. We have bad health in the reverse, so this is something that makes you happy, right? Hi there, Voodoo. How are you doing? I also just have to tell you guys, if you notice, there are sometimes thumbnails where I'm just like, and it's decent. It's not amazing. Like you probably get a little bit more from the smiles, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't know, the title doesn't make me feel like I should smile for it, right? Well, this particular video, I took the first picture and it was like, and so the thumbnail that is on this particular reading is definitely me laughing at myself and how angry I looked in that picture. I know I've shared that with you guys a few times, but that's kind of how the thumbnail picture taking works. Anyways, I'm so glad you're doing well, Voodoo. Let's call in the spirit with a little bit of a jam time. I'm very hesitant. And I hope you're having a wonderful start to your week or your day, whatever you watch this. I do have to make a little bit of an announcement. The channel is growing. Thank you. Thank you so much for your likes and subscribes, even your comments, whatever it is, any engagement. I'm very thankful for it. As we approach 4,000 subscribers, please keep in mind that I like to give away a free reading when we reach milestones like that. So, looking forward to doing that. But it also means that as I take on projects, like I'm about to start one tomorrow, it makes it a little bit difficult for me to respond to every single comment. So I'm going to do my best, but sometimes you might see that I just heart it or respond with an emoji. I love you guys. I don't want you to think that you're not important to me, but I've got a little bit of a hectic schedule ahead of me. So I appreciate your patience and everything that you do. Hi, Storm. How are you doing? Let's dive in. We've got a sense that this is about love, so I feel like the Lenormand is a good choice for us here. This is the Fairy Lenormand. We also have mermaids in the house, so gotta go a little bit ethereal. Hello, Shanita. How are you doing? All right. I think this came out recently. We have the stars and the scythe. The letter S could be important to you. We've got somebody here who is dealing with kind of like the tail end of the cutting everybody off kind of situation. So I mean, you guys, we're a collective for a reason, right? A lot of us are going through similar things or have gone through similar things, and that's why these messages resonate, right? Not all of them will, and some more than others, of course, but to some extent, most of us have gone through some sort of we can't be friends, we can't be lovers, we can't be family, whatever it is, having to have those boundaries and actually enforce them. And that's what this scythe is about. So there's something here about knowing when to further invest in a friendship or a relationship and when not to. And things are starting to move in the right direction for you, even though they may still feel a little bit bare. So I've been doing a little bit of landscaping lately, you guys, and that entails, trimming some of the shrubs back where there's a little bit of dead branch, no growth on it, so that the parts of the plant that do have those little green buds on them or full-fledged leaves can have more of those nutrients, right? That's the same kind of process that we go through in our lives where we say, I don't know if I should continue to invest or send nutrients to that part of my life if it's not really a good fit or if we're growing in different ways, whatever it is. Whoever I'm reading for, yeah, you have definitely accepted that that's how it goes. And part of that is accepting that we can, feel really strongly or really connected to somebody but also still appreciate that we don't have forever with everybody that we jive with or everybody that we adore, everybody that we laugh with. So I think we have a sense here that somebody knows things are changing for a good reason. And that gets them through some of the more difficult times. I think we need to have some insight from the Voyage of the Soul. This one is like my go-to when we're talking about somebody that's going through a bit of ascension or um, dealing with some kind of difficult ascension. Like almost as I said the word. Upgrade, activation, progress, timelines, and shifting. Okay, so here's something weird that happened. I wasn't sure if this was going to apply, but now I do. We have timelines and shifting. So some of you may notice weird little things where it kind of looks like a hiccup or like that's not what I thought that was, or I was really convinced that it was different. I don't know how many of you have heard of the movie Butterfly Effect or the Nelson Mandela Effect, I think is technically what it's called. I like to think of the song Berenstein. The idea that you are convinced that something was this way and then now it's this way. I had a little bit of a almost like a fake out on that. There's a song by the Brian Jonestown Massacre. I think it's pretty old. And I was talking with one of my friends this week about how to spell that song title because they sent it over to me. It's anemone, which is like a sea creature, and kind of a I don't know, a little bit oddly spelled word. And he had, spelled it with like the M and the N flip flopped at the end. I was like, oh, I don't think that's spelled correctly. So if you go into Spotify, they have that song spelled correctly and incorrectly in two different ways. So depending on which one you listen to, they spell it correctly or they don't. So it's kind of like that butterfly effect where you think something is one way, but it ends up not being that way. There are going to be little weird inconsistencies like that for you, or at least one major one where you're like, what? That doesn't make sense to me. Things are changing. Okay. That's like a little sign for you that, maybe you want to like have bent knees and like ready to jump because there's going to be like a little bit of a change, right? Things are not going to be the same. But it's okay. You have guides. You have people that are trying to make sure you go the right direction, see all the signs that you need to see, take pictures of best sites along the journey. Even weirder. So this particular Kipper card has like a transit station, right? A train station. I don't know why, but YouTube started showing me clips across Japan with somebody like basically trying out an overnight, like a sleeper bus or sleeping compartment in like a train that goes from, I think it was from Tokyo to, is it Osaka? No, it was further than that. I can't remember because it wasn't as quite a familiar name for me, but it was like a 12-hour trip. So I don't know what I searched or said or whatever it was that got my YouTube algorithm to offer those things up. But it was actually kind of interesting. So I watched a little bit of it. I feel like there's something here about somebody taking a little bit of an excursion, not just like an ascension kind of situation. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're taking a trip to go home, maybe you're going on a trip you've always dreamt of taking. Because personally, Japan fascinates me. I would be 100% stoked to go over there and check things out, especially if I had the opportunity to be on a train. I think that would be really cool. So there's something here about an excitement towards some sort of trip. Somebody gets to get closer to somebody that they care about deeply, but they're also going on some kind of trip here. And then we have leadership. I think part of what connects the two people in this reading is that there's a sense of doing things the way you feel like you should, not necessarily just relying on, what other people say or what other people have done. You're the kind of person that might, this is such a weird reference, but it's what popped in my head. You're the kind of person that might be like that dude from, oh my gosh, I just lost. What is it called? Jumanji. I'm thinking of the old school one. So I don't know if this is true for the new one. I've only watched it like halfway through, but there was a character in the original Jumanji that creates the first tennis shoe, like legit, Michael Jordan style tennis shoe. And everyone's just kind of like, why would you even design that? Like, that is so weird. You have to be a little bit out of your element or a little bit like ahead of the game to create things that change a market, right? And I feel like that's part of what's coming through here is there's something here you're meant to do that kind of rejects the old school way of doing something and completely reinvents a sport, a market, music, a genre, whatever it is. There is a need for you to be comfortable doing something that other people haven't or doing something in your own way. All right, I think we need some tarot, you guys. We're going to go with the Metamuse. Sorry if you can hear my washer upstairs. It's like right above me. All right, we have the King of Wands in the reverse, Princess of Wands in the reverse, and the Six of Cups. All of them in the reverse, huh? Yeah, this scythe where we were talking about being able to cut out individuals that really are not supporting you in your progress, people that hold you back or encourage you to settle for something that is a little bit like you're capable of more, right? But they maybe aren't, so they want you to be comfortable where you are instead of realizing that they're not really as awesome as you are. It's a thing. It's a thing. Hello there, Jay. How are you doing? You can't? Are you saying you can't hear me, Voodoo? I don't know. You have to do the little red emojis if that's the actual case. This kind of feels to me like there is an like overwhelmingly controlling kind of individual. Doesn't have to be a former like romantic partner, but it does feel to me like it's somebody that was used to kind of telling you what to do. Oh, you can't hear the washer, sorry. There's like bad news coming to them. This is like something they told you that you couldn't do or something that they wanted to make you believe you shouldn't pursue. They're getting a heads up or some sort of update here that things are going well for you or that something good is like supporting this change for you. And I don't think they care for it because it means in some way you've realized you're not dependent, or you don't need to wait around for this person. You don't need their help. You don't need their opinion. You don't care what's going on, right? Like you're just focused on your own ish. We have the Two of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. It's like somebody offered to make something happen for you, like get you situated with a job or help you out in some way, and then they didn't actually follow through on that. There's something here about faking being supportive. They weren't actually going to assist you because they were threatened by you, right? And so they were like trying to keep you in this Two of Swords energy where you didn't see the way forward. You didn't see what you needed to actually accomplish to get to your goals. They wanted you to feel that way so that you would not question them, not feel superior to them. I mean, it's hard not to say that this person is a narcissist, you guys. Like, who does this? Like, shame. But you were just kind of like, I mean, I think I see what's going on here. I'm not really interested in, abandoning a dream that I have that I think I'm perfectly capable of. If you're not going to help me, then I will work with somebody else. This Three of Pentacles kind of gives me the vibes of, yeah, I could have been, helped out by somebody that really knew the industry or really, had the capital to get things going. But I networked. I figured out what I needed to. I got the education or the certification or the exposure, whatever it was that I needed, and I'm doing it on my own. Screw you and your help. Ta-da! Like, that's fine. You don't want to help me? Watch me. I'm going to do it anyways. Because this person wasn't actually interested in helping you get to where you wanted to go. It's like they wanted you as... You guys, I'm getting the weirdest references this morning, so whoever I'm dealing with, you're weird and I like it. It's like appreciating butterflies in nature versus putting them in your collection, therefore killing them, right? Like this person didn't want you to be a beautiful butterfly amongst the roses. They wanted to like pin you up and put you on their wall and say like, this is one of my cool things, like their place is a museum and you're one of the attractions. This person doesn't really consider other people's emotions or goals, or like when you're talking, they're just waiting for you to stop so that they can tell you you're wrong or go about whatever conversational direction they want to go instead of talking about you, things are changing for this person. They've hit a wall. This is like their behavior has been tolerated for only so long. And I feel like you walking away or you cutting them out of your life is the first of many like doors kind of being slammed in this person's face. Like that kind of behavior isn't rewarded. So you're going to start, getting signs that it's time to change. Hello there, Miss Erica. How are you doing? Oh, I'm so glad. I know Elvis is great. Hello, Miss Tiana. Yes, I know it's a good one, isn't it? So things are changing. And it's interesting because I feel like this Wheel of Fortune is in the upright for your benefit, but it's also suggesting to me that this Empress in the reverse, part of their karma is seeing you do well. Like this person being upside down, she's like looking right at the Wheel of Fortune in the upright next to her. So they get a front row seat to you achieving or being recognized in some way that they believed you never would be. Kind of love the energy, to be honest, because who doesn't love that whole like, oh, you don't think I can do it? Yeah. You don't think I'm smart enough? Too old or what? Like, don't know the right people, watch me. Fucking love it. Like, just don't tell me what you think I can do because I will prove you wrong, you know? That kind of energy. And this, oh my God, you guys, I am not a doctor. I can't like tell you anything about what's wrong with anything. But we have a King of Swords in the reverse, clarifying the King of Wands in the reverse. And if that ain't a fucking narcissist, I don't know what is. Because King of Wands in the reverse, this is like somebody who's passionate in all the wrong ways, right? Like, I'm going to be passionately defending myself, even though I know I'm wrong because my ego is gigantic. Or, you know, I'm a little bit of a bully because I want everything to be my way. And then you add to that King of Swords in the reverse. And this is like, you know, I'm not going to tell you the truth because you don't deserve to have the truth. Everything is everybody else's fault. Like, if I do something that I shouldn't, it's because of the circumstances or something external to me. It's not my fault. It's never my fault. That kind of thing. Like, this person, where'd you find them? Like the dollar bin? Sorry. That's what my mom does when she says something she knows she shouldn't. This is not a kind person. They don't really care about anybody else. And you decided, Six of Cups in the reverse, clarified by the Devil in the reverse. I'm not going to continue to live like this. This isn't, you know, what I aspire to do. So I'm going to keep on moving. And if you want to continue to be your lame ass self, you can do it by yourself, or at least like not with me. And I'm going to go sparkle and shine and do all the things that you thought that I couldn't do. Like, I'd like to see you stop me. Not really, though. Hi, Sophie. Welcome. How are you? Good morning, Karen. Yes. Tiana, I'm actually legally obligated to list on all government forms that my special talent is knowing immediately what your favorite songs are. Oh my gosh. ¿Hablas español? Wait, why are we talking about sex? Jay, you gotta keep me. Are you talking about this? Yeah? I don't know. Is that enough to like deal with all the bullshit though? I don't think it is. Cause yeah, look at this shit. This is not good energy here, you guys. I'm gonna just like zoom in for you. Chariot in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. Let's just think about these cards in the upright. This is like fast moving energy, going after what you want, making a lot of money. Why would we ever want those things to be in the reverse? The only time we want the Chariot in the reverse is when we want to know that somebody has been stopped, like a narcissist. But we also have to, you know, kind of understand that when you let those kinds of people into your life, they have an impact on your own forward movement, right? So with the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like somebody realized I am perfectly capable of doing what I want with my life, but maybe, just maybe, what's holding me back is this person that's not very cool. Oh, stop. What? You guys, this is juicy. This narcissist, like, karma is to watch you fall in love and, like, I don't know, get hitched or create some fairy tale home with your divine counterpart. Like, they get to watch you be treated the way you deserve to be treated, not just in the sense of, you know, you get to do your dream job or you get to pursue something that maybe you didn't think you would 100% be able to do. But these two, these are like the best divine counterparts in the entire deck, in my opinion, because these are highly enlightened and intuitive individuals who, I mean, you can just tell that there's something special about both of these people, right? They have people that look up to them, admire them, and respect them. And they're also seen as keepers of wisdom. This is like a power couple, you guys. So Hierophant and the High Priestess, up against this Empress in the reverse. Oh, somebody's gonna be crying. This Empress in the reverse is not going to be happy. They're gonna basically be looking at the situation as I've lost the like high value person. I just feel like they would talk like that. I feel like even though they try to maybe minimize your sparkle or your awesomeness because they want to be the life of the party or like the focus, um, they're gonna see what it actually looks like when somebody knows how to do the I'm independently awesome, but I can also be extra awesome next to another awesome person. If I let them shine, it doesn't mean I can't shine. Also, we're gonna shine together. Like this person's learning a pretty difficult lesson, and it's all about you getting what you want. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm not petty. I just know how to enjoy karma. Feels worth it to mention that Karma song by Taylor Swift again. It's just so perfect. I keep my side of the street clean. This person wouldn't know what you mean, right? All right, let's grab a few from the situations cards. Come on, we don't do that around here. Nice, Tiana. Wait, is there a gay gutter? Please tell me it's painted in rainbow. I organize my closet by rainbow. Does that make me extra special? We have realization, awareness, finding out, coming to light, and on the table, offer, proposal, commitment. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm only human. I'm just amused because this is like somebody who honestly thinks they're God's gift to everyone, realizing their offer will never be accepted by somebody that they mistreated. Shucksy doodles. There are consequences to your actions. What? Stop. Really? I think I'll take that as a compliment, J Love. I like to think it's just like, sometimes life can be pretty difficult. I think that's why we had this card saying we had to cut some people out, right? You build connections with people and you want to believe the best of them. And then they, turn around to do stuff like trying to make it difficult for you to achieve your dreams. And it's like, really? Really? Like, I can be the big enough person to like walk away and not like lose my shit on somebody, but I might still be able to chuckle about things like this in a reading. All right, we have triggers. Dun dun dun. So it's bad enough that you won't take their offer. It's bad enough that you walked away from this person. It's extra bad that you walked away from this person and then like had a glow up or started showing everybody all your boss vibes. And then you just like go and fall in love with somebody who treats you perfectly. It's icing on a very poisonous cake for this narcissist who just like they're melting, right? Because they don't understand how somebody like you could do that. They thought they had you wrapped around their little pinky and that they could control you. And then you were like, hold on, I'm just going to get like a software upgrade. I'm going to become a more courageous version of myself. And then I'm going to like delete you from my life. I don't know why I turned into a cell phone, but I did. Okay. Let's use the Morgan Greer. We'll get a little bit more for you guys. Who am I kidding? We're going to get a lot more. You see all this table left? We have the Seven of Wands. I think I already said right place, right time. So this card is the same as our Hierophant right here, right? But it's in the reverse. You were like, yo, I know a fake when I see one, and you're a fake. So I'm afraid this is where the road ends for us. I'm only here for those authentic bitches, and you do not qualify. So hopefully you handled it a little bit more gracefully than that. But just like it feels to me like you're holding me back from what I could achieve in my life, and that there are things that perhaps you need to work on that you should probably work on without me. So I'm going to go about my business. You can go about your business. And it turns out this person is like night and day different from what they pretend to be, and also this person. So that's what's really difficult for this narcissist, is that this Hierophant energy is what is actually what the narcissist pretends to be, right? So it's a slap across the face a little bit. Good morning, Miss Joanna. How are you doing? Yeah, I totally understand that one, Tiana. I think that's the move. Emperor and the reverse. And you know what? Maybe that's worth just a little bit of expansion. You guys, if you are truly dealing with somebody who is, a bit of a narcissist, at some point you have to just accept that words, they're just feeding the troll, right? I talk a lot, if you hadn't noticed. And there comes a point where I just stop talking because it really just contributes to more and more bullshit. So when I kind of shut down, it's either I'm still processing, trying to think about what is going on, or I've already decided this shit is done and there's really no use in putting more quarters into this bullshit machine because I don't want any more bullshit, right? When you're dealing with somebody that just takes your words, twists them, and throws them back at you to try to make you feel bad for your own feelings or your own boundaries or your own goals, then don't give them any of that information. Smile and nod. They act like they want yes men, but they actually kind of hate it when you don't give them any information or any criticism or anything that they can use against you, because they love to play the victim, right? So like Tiana said, just like not another word, to your best, ability, obviously. But you got to kind of like starve that connection. And the best way to do that is to limit how much you actually say. I love how sweet you guys are to each other. It makes me happy. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Page of Cups in the reverse. Honestly, this looks to me like your energy looking at an insincere apology or an attempt to make a love offer that just sounded like complete and utter bullshit. And you were like, nah, nah, nah. Like, have you ever seen a cat push a glass of water off the table? Somebody offered you an apology and you were like, nope. Like, it's not good enough. And it's also not sincere. So, like, next. You turned your back. Like, literally, this narcissistic, will just, maybe I should just refer to this person as the Emperor in the reverse going forward. You turn your back to them. You're like, no, I'm really not here for it. I got better things to be doing with my time. Knight of Swords. I saw that. Yeah, Tower. Everything's changing. It's like with this Knight of Swords, there was a moment in time where everything was crystal clear and you were like, you know what? This is done. We're not in need of any of this. And and this person didn't think you had it in you, but you demonstrated that you were able to cut somebody out or cut them out. And that's when things start getting balanced out for you. For some of you, you may have noticed like right away, like, oh, I cut that person off, and then like something good happened, you know? Someone gave me money, or I won the lottery, or I ended up not having to pay for something I thought I was going to have to pay for, you know? Hi there, Clive. How are you doing? All right. What else do we have for you guys? This is the Gold Foil Tarot. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of done with the Emperor and the reverse vibes. I want to know who this stud is. This Hierophant. This is somebody who has a very strong, like, set of morals and sense of self. I think it was important for you to get to a point where you were, like, you had an open heart, or you were open-minded about connecting with somebody else. And there's something here that has given you closure, something that made you feel like, yeah, no, there's really no way that this relationship could work well. So we're just going to chalk that up as a loss, but it's okay because it taught me something, and it has put me where I am now so that I can pivot to something different, right? Like, don't be too hard on yourself when you do something that you didn't necessarily see ending the way that you thought it would. There's always something we can learn, always something that helps us progress to that next level. You know, like, I've made some great choices in my life, you guys. Like, yeah, I'm not going to say that they're regrets though. Like, I really want to put them in the regret column. It's like, no, thank you for teaching me that lesson. Now I don't have to learn that later on down the road. You know, like, it's great that I had chicken pox when I was younger, because then apparently I'm less likely to get, what is it, jingles or something? I don't know. Like, let's get that out of the way. I learned my lesson. It's fine, but I'm not going to like cry about it, right? Yeah, exactly. We have the Knight of Cups and the Page of Wands in the reverse. There's somebody here who is working up the courage, and it's probably this Hierophant. But I do feel a lot of respect and admiration. It feels to me like this person's trying to find the right time, the right moment. This is like coming across to me as we're, you know, at some social event, and you don't necessarily want to shoot your shot with like an audience. You're just trying to find a time to like pull someone to the side and be like, "Psst, I think you're awesome. You look great in those jeans." You know, trying to find like a little bit of a private moment. Yeah, exactly. Page of Pentacles and the Magician. You've manifested this new beginning. It's like, sorry for laughing, but it's like you spoke into existence something along the lines of, if this is what I've been dealing with, this King of Wands in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse, Emperor in the reverse, Hierophant in the reverse, like, how much more can you get wrong? Yeah, I would just like the opposite of that. If I could have somebody that's actually authentic, somebody who has a good set of morals, somebody who can make me laugh, somebody who's supportive and actually like wants to see me do well and is okay with me being independent. Let's order that, okay? Because like, we're not doing this, right? You don't know that, Tiana. Well, actually, you might if you've seen I think there was a roller skating video that might have helped with that. Anyways. We have somebody here that's like, yeah, I know what I want, okay? I'm not going to order the same thing I ordered last time. I tried that chicken Alfredo. It just wasn't for me. I'm going to go with the burger this time. You know, like, pivot. But the universe heard you. They're like, okay, okay, you don't want this. We're changing this out. But we have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. So this is like, yeah, no, we're going to get you the good stuff. Okay. Yeah. Because you've had enough of the battles. You've had enough of the arguments. You've had enough of feeling like your partner was less of a partner and more of like, I don't know, like an agitator. Like, one of the things that really kind of gets to me is if you're in an argument and it's like somebody's just trying to like drag it out and like make it worse. Like, let's not insult each other while we're trying to come to a resolution, right? Can we talk as adults and just say, here's how I feel. What about you? One thing that I think really helps in that situation, at least for me, is instead of saying something like, you are being a dick to me. It's really easy to say. It feels great to say, but it's not the right thing to say, in my opinion. I think it's much better to try to find a way to put the emphasis on your feelings, right? When you did XYZ, it made me feel ABC, right? Like, yes, Tiana, I need to do more of it, but yeah. Yeah, I have green skates. They're great. It's a matter of like, if we can be respectful during an argument and make sure that even though we might be upset, there's still an understanding that I respect you and you respect me. Like, don't you think that's just like a little bit better? Like, trying to think of, I have the perfect analogy. Okay, guys, it's Christmas morning and you're opening gifts with your family, and you scan to the right and you notice that your mom is running behind on opening the presents because she is taking all of the tissue paper, folding it neatly, and storing it for future use. And like using her fingernails to like undo the tape and keep from like actually ripping open any of the wrapping paper because she might want to reuse the wrapping paper. I love you, mom. Like, versus the people who are like, "Ah!" There's an appreciation here, right, for having that maturity, that presence of mind, that ability to like, you know, uh, not let a temporary setback or a in the moment frustration indicate a complete crumbling of whatever foundation you've built between the two of you. So with this star card, we've got somebody saying, I know now what to look for in terms of characteristics in a partner that will get me a more like amiable kind of situation, even when we're arguing, right? We can still be respectful. Like, it's possible, you guys. We don't have to be a-holes, right? You can just, if you need a little bit of petty in your day, you can do what I do. You can, make fun of strangers on the internet. You can watch Charlotte Dobre. I love her. She's hilarious. She makes so many stupid faces. That's totally my vibe. Oh, I'm so glad, Ambit. How are you? Oh, that makes me so happy. Yay. Yeah, let me just take a moment to say, like, again, I appreciate you all, and I really do wish the very best for all of you. So, like, sending blessings to all of you guys. This is your year, right? Aw. You guys are so sweet. Woo. So we have the Four of Cups, King of Wands in the reverse. Again, no, I was trying to learn more about the new person. I don't care about this dude. And let's be clear, this narcissist is not necessarily masculine, even though we have the King of Swords, the King of Wands, and the Emperor and the Hierophant all coming out. Like, we have, what was the example I gave yesterday? Like Billie Eilish in an interview saying, like, I have very masculine energy, but I realize there's also power in leaning into the feminine side of myself. So we all have masculine and feminine within us, but we've got somebody who's in this Four of Cups energy. They're like, oh no, someone like rejected me. How could that be? I'm like perfection. Sorry. Yeah. I would minimize contact or go no contact if I were you. It's your life. You have free will. You got to make your own choices. But this person is not going to do right by you. Queen of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Wands in the reverse. This person is likely to try to start a fight with you over something that doesn't really matter. And all they're trying to do is get a response out of you. You may even see them kind of vacillate in between, I'm going to love bomb you one day and tell you that I miss you and I can't like think of anybody being as amazing as you. And then the next day being like, you're a piece of shit. I can't believe you did XYZ. Like, whoa, dude, like pick a vibe. You don't need that drama. Block, block, block. Hiya! 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 I'm not trying to make fun of anybody. I always worry that you guys think I'm trying to like mock cultures or anything. But like, no, sometimes you have to throw up a fucking block and like not deal with somebody's shit. I tried, but your shit too stinky, okay? Like sometimes you just have to keep moving, right? Yeah, I don't have any nunchucks, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's probably better that way. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Wands in the reverse. It's really stressing this person out. They're like, you can't date somebody else. I thought you knew I was the best person in the world. No. You're not even the seventh best person, okay? We have frustration because you get into a relationship. Have you guys ever been really restless and you have no reason why? You're just like, man, nothing that I want to do seems like good enough for me to just like stop pacing or feeling like, you know, that's what I need to be doing with my time. Maybe you feel somebody like thinking about you, whatever it is, this person, they can't sit still. They can't be content, on a date with somebody else. They're just like, is this what you are doing? Is this what the other person is doing? So be cautious and careful is awful. Be cautious. This person is going to try to find a way to start a fight between you and your person. I can't say it enough, you guys. No contact is like a blessing from the gods. Sometimes no contact is the right thing to be doing, right? Like, do I have something to say to you? Maybe, but not really. Because if I say something, then you're going to say something back. And if I don't want to hear what you have to say, then I think I can just like shut up and be fine with it. Like this person is going to try to do something to cause a problem with you and your new person. And the best way, in my opinion, to go about it is steel wall in between you and this person from the past. Do not talk to them. Do not engage. But with your new person, lay it out and say, look, I have a little bit of a situation here with somebody from my past. I want you to feel comfortable in terms of how I feel about it. I have zero plans to talk to this person ever again. They may try to insinuate X, Y, or Z or say that I cheated on you, but let me know what I can do to make sure that you feel comfortable. I want it to be an open and direct conversation between the two of us because I do feel like there's a chance this person is going to try to come in between the two of us, and I would hate for something beautiful to be ruined because somebody's jealous, right? Like, yeah, battle shields up. You know? Grits and shrimp? Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. Yes, please. Two of Swords in the reverse. Interesting because we had Two of Swords in the upright at the beginning, but it was kind of like somebody trying to keep you in a place where you didn't know all of the information or you didn't have the connections you needed. They may have been trying to isolate you. I actually see this Two of Swords in the reverse as a really good sign that you have direction now. You don't rely on others to communicate or to find things for you. You are self sufficient, you are independent, you're able to go about this um, without somebody's help. All right, you guys, I think it's time for some hocus pocus. I put a spell on you. What else do we have for our Elvis fans? Oh my goodness, you guys. Emperor in the reverse. You guys, this is a little bit like stink on poop. So block, block, block. That's like maybe what the title of this reading should be. Blacks are good. No contact is bueno. Judgment. So for those of you that know, for those of you that know the Hocus Pocus movie, you know the cemetery, the witches cannot step foot in there, right? They can hover on their little brooms. But this Emperor in the reverse, this is clearly our narcissist, right? And we've got a situation where, yeah, this is like absolutely confirmation we need to block, right? You're going to close this gate. You can't come in here. No. Mm-mm. So I feel that communication is particularly helpful here, right? Like set the stage, give your new partner an understanding of what's going on. And you guys, like, for me, I've gotten a lot of peace of mind thanks to just kind of accepting whatever is meant for me will be for me, whatever is not meant for me will not be for me. And it's helped me to, not like try to force a situation just because, I want that person to be my friend or I want that person to be dating me, whatever it is. I think it's important to be comfortable and this is my reality. If my reality doesn't work for you, then you don't work for me, right? Like, I'm not going to gone girl the situation and like try to be what you want. No, this is it, right? Like sometimes I have paint on my shirt and that's just how it is. This moon in the reverse card is saying don't keep secrets, okay? While you might want to be obviously moving in silence, not putting a lot of shit on social media because you have a little bit of an issue over here. With the new person, if you want to have a healthy relationship, you've got to have a clear understanding of these are things that I openly share with you and I'm not trying to hide from you. Do you have secrets? Do you have things that you keep to yourself? Sure. I mean, that's what a lot of people have, right? But in general, having that open, honest dialogue about this is what's going to make it impossible for them to sabotage your relationship. That and being consistent, right? Being who you are all of the time, not having to hide who you are, makes it really difficult for people to, spread gossip about you or cause problems in your relationship because you are who you are, right? So we have the Three of Pumpkins. This is like the Three of Pentacles. And the Eight of Lightning or the Eight of Swords. Interesting how similar the artistic depictions are, right? Both of these have this big pumpkin at the bottom, but then there's two that look like maybe they've been, I don't know, zapped with a laser. The Eight of Lightning or Eight of Swords is often about not really knowing a way forward. with a united front, no one can take you out. If you are truly partners with this new lover, like this, I mean, you came out as the Hierophant and the High Priestess at the same time. You're going to be on the same wavelength, right? If you communicate this to your partner, I do feel like they're going to be in luck and stuck with you, right? It just kind of makes it harder for somebody to do anything to actually harm this relationship of yours. The truth will set you free. That's literally what we have here. We have the Ace of Swords and the Six of Swords. Normally, the Six of Swords is the two people getting in the boat, moving away from rougher waters into calmer waters, right? Being honest, talking through this situation with your new partner will render your ex completely like powerless. They got nothing. It's funny too because all of these lightning strikes are hitting a broom. And remember, we were just talking about with the cemetery, the witches can only use their broom to fly over that cemetery. They can't actually step foot. So this is like, yeah, no, I'm going to make it so that you can't even do that. You know, like I'm smarter than you. Sorry. You know, they can't get to you because you know what to do. 10 of Pumpkins in the reverse. This is similar to it's the same as the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse above the Queen of Pentacles. And the 3 of Wands in the reverse. So this is kind of giving me vibes of if you are able to constantly wield that Ace of Swords, meaning be honest with your new partner, and you set the expectations correctly and you take this on as a team, then there's going to be a major loss here, but not the one that this King of Wands or Emperor in the reverse had intended. This is that situation where they try to make things bad for you, but that actually comes back on them. So, for example, this could be one of those situations where because your ex is trying whatever they can do to ruin your new relationship, maybe they ruin their own relationship. Maybe they lose some friends. Maybe they lose their job. There's something here that while trying to mess with you, they end up messing with themselves. They end up doing something to themselves. So, stay strong, be honest. We're going to get just a couple here from the miniature Rider-Waite, and then we're almost up to an hour, so I feel like I should sign off then. Did I say hi, Redbeard? Hi, Redbeard. We have Justice in the reverse. Not shocking that it's right on the Hierophant in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse. Strength in the reverse. Or sorry, that's the Six of Wands, isn't it? Yeah. And the Four of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who lets their fear and insecurities dictate how they treat others and, to disastrous results. Ego death is one of the most important parts of somebody's life, in my opinion. So we have this death card coming out, and honestly, it makes me feel like we do potentially have Scorpio somewhere here in the person's birth chart, or this is specifically saying you have found a way to transform your life, and that's what's bringing about this balance for you. We have the Six of Pentacles up here as well. Tell me about the Star card. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse. Somebody was trying to make it difficult for you to actually get through some healing that you needed to do. There are people that are smart enough to know that if you keep somebody in low vibe, if there's constantly drama or toxicity, you can't really work through some of the more finer elements of healing, right? This person was trying to do that and you were like, oh, no, 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 no. We're not going to be having any of that. They wanted to prevent you from becoming enlightened or seeing the situation for what it truly was, seeing them for who they truly were. But they couldn't stop that because we have ascension. Hanged Man. He literally has that enlightenment right behind his head. Yeah, they couldn't stop it. They could delay it, but that's all they could do. Six of Cups in the reverse. They wanted to keep you in a particular mindset, but they failed. Tell me about the Ace of Swords. Stop it. The Ace of Swords came out with the Six of Swords. And then I described this exact card. The truth will set you free. You don't have to worry as long as you're honest. Tell me about the Tower. This change, everything changing, it's in your favor. This is a timeline shift. Everything's going to be better. Like, come back to this in 6 months and you'll be like, man, if I only knew. If I only knew. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for making the live chat so lively. I love you all. Give me a like and a subscribe, please. And I will see you on the next reading.